Hello, I'm Rob. RobTheShaman is the handle. I'm the creator of this channel. I haven't been on Twitch too much too recently, and that's mostly because all I've been doing is playing Sparking Zero, and I suck at it. Oh, I suck at it. I've been grinding away the counters. I've been grinding away the mechanics. I've been grinding away everything, and I still suck at it. I think I'm good at it. I'm enjoying playing the game. Dragonball Z Sparking Zero is the one we're talking about here, and it is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Let me just go into the format. I got a whole thing for this. All right. Uh, this video is not sponsored by anybody. I'm gonna put up an email for getting sponsors soon. I would love some. That'd be great. I'd love to make some money off this. Anyway, um, okay, so the game just came out. Just came out. I did pay for early access, so I got 3 days of fun early access. That is all up on YouTube. Uh, so don't shame me for this. Do. It's also the first game I've ever done this with. I don't ever pay for that early access shit. I don't. And but I am glad I did. It got me a taste of the game. It got me a taste of the vibe, and we'll go into that. Um, I am just extremely impressed and pleased with how fluid the game is, uh, being from the seamless transitions between game modes to the online playing. Now, the online playing can go either or depending on connection, so like take that with a grain of salt. But for online play, the fluidity is lovely. Um, Transformations, detransformations, and single player cutscenes, top notch. Love it all. Beautiful. Hats off. Anyway, uh, in other news, the game has a learning curve. It's a high learning curve. It's a steep learning curve. Ugh, learning curve. Say that 10 times fast. Um, do not get discouraged. I was, but I keep coming back just because I hate to lose. This game is a I hate to lose game. You can lose a couple times and be like, all right, fuck this game, but you'll come back to it every time and you will want to do better because you just want to win. Your love for winning will overcome your losses if you play this game. Um, but now back to the learning curve. The learning curve is mostly to do with the memorization of buttons and the timing of those buttons and which buttons to press, and that's going across all systems: Xbox, Sony, and PC. Um, I have it for PlayStation. No, that's the other one. Ugh. All right. Second, y'all are tweaking about Grade 8 Vegeta. Stop it. Uh, Now, does the learning curve have a step-by-step instruction area? Yes. Does it give you good descriptions of those areas? Yes. Does it give you a how and when to utilize said maneuver you're trying to do? Yes. So the learning curve, even though it is steep, it's doable and learnable. So that's for later though. I played the Budokai Tenkaichi games. I was a kid when they came out, and I freaking loved them. They were great. I watched DBZ as a kid on Toonami. That just shows you how old I am. I bring up this point to bring up how hard the nostalgia factor hits with this game. Anybody that was around during Toonami, anybody that was around watching DBZ, anybody that was around during that era of time, this game will hit you so good with the nostalgia factor. It is almost worth it. It's almost worth just buying it for that reason alone. Um, this game did not let me down. The hype for it was absolutely real and warranted. And now we're going to objectively go into the pros and the cons of this game, of the rest of it. So, the pros of it. Uh, Easy to understand menus. That's a great start to a game. You can understand the menus, you know what you're doing, you know where you're going, you don't got to worry too much about that. Easy navigation. Good. Easy story progression, along with alternate storylines to the original Dragon Ball Z manga and Super is also incorporated as well, and it's you can see deviations to where it could do. Offers alternate storylines and timelines. It goes into the what if section, and that section is explored upon heavily in the game, and that is a big pro. Now some of those storylines are hard to achieve. Don't get me wrong. Step by step breakdown of the mechanics in the game in a training capacity, with full control over the opponent AI. It's great. You can program your opponent that you're training with to do exactly what you want, exactly how you want, and it just helps. It really helps with training. It helps with improving your gameplay. It improves your understanding of the mechanics and improving just your overall ability to play the game. I will not lie. You start to live into these fights. You start to get really heated when you and an opponent are going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You're on the same wavelength. It gets intense, and it is worth it. It is fun. Your adrenaline will start to pump. Too many wrong moves and you lose. Too many right moves and you win. Um, so your characters have a bit of customization. Uh, the outfits, emotes, that kind of stuff is customizable to an extent based on what they give you. There's also like altering the character you're using's template of how they fight. You can increase their power, decrease their power, increase their health, decrease their health. And these are all slotted with like little in-game purchases with in-game money that you get from playing the game, and it's great. So you have to unlock. So you have to play the game to unlock everything, and that's a good start. There's no like I'm gonna pay X amount, I'm gonna unlock everything. Great, none of that. A pro, the Dragon Balls. You got to use the Dragon Balls. All right, that's that. Another pro, just the combat in general. As I've mentioned previously, the fluidity of everything is astounding, and it's good to see. It's not clunky. It's not like you can just play the game without worrying of like a disconnect or worrying about, except people that rage quit. They do that. You can shoot laser beams out of your hand. That's a pro. Love it. The ranked fights are a pro. I love it. It's very paying homage to like the Budokai era of just like, all right, cool. You think you're good? Test it. And now, if you play the game a little bit, you'll find out that there's a custom battle section in the menus. And it's not just like, oh, you set up something for yourself. You can set up custom battles for people all over the world. You put in scenarios, you can buff opponents, you can buff yourself, you can make these as excruciatingly difficult to excruciatingly overpowered as you want. And these custom battles are a great caveat to this game that don't get touched upon, in my opinion, enough. And they are definitely end gamed content that will never stop because it's all driven by people, you, me, anybody that wants to create a custom battle. You can do it, and that's the point of it. Um, okay, now the cons. There's a very high skill ceiling. What I mean by that is there will be people just flat out better than you. There will be people that just flat out have better reaction times than you. There will be people that have trained so hard that they know exactly what to do, when to do it, and they will have that stuff so memorized, there's nothing you can do about it. That's what I mean by a very high skill ceiling. A con, if you are not accustomed to losing solely based off of the fact that you did not do good, and you did not do better than your opponent, this is part of that learning curve section. And if you don't do good with that, you're not going to like this game, flat out. It is a must. You must play this game through it, be it story mode, be it the custom things, to unlock parts of this game that will help you later in the game. You must play it. There's no pay $10, you get everything. None of that. Which is a pro. Like, that's a pro. Whereas you don't pay any money to get further involved. You have to play the game. But that's also a con because of it. I know I just listed ranked fights as a pro. Unfortunately, oh gosh darn it, there goes the other paper. All right, well, oh yeah, you can see it in the top left hand corner right there. There's a piece of paper dangling. Yeah, that's what I meant when I just said that. That's for a different review that I'm going to be recording shortly. But the ranked fights can be a con because of how toxic they can get, and what I mean by that is people will rage quit, and you get no acknowledgement of winning, and I get it. Now, to be fair, the company that produced this has come out and said that they are going to actively punish ranked fight rage quitters, and that's great. Good to hear it. It's still a problem, and still a con, just to be aware of. It happens. It's going to happen. It will always happen. People don't like to lose. Hot takes. Every character is not balanced. There was some dude on TikTok that made a spreadsheet of everybody in the game and what they do, what their counters do, what their key blasts do, and all that. I'm sure you could find them. I didn't take the person's TikTok name down. I wish I did so I could reference it, but I didn't. Characters are not balanced. End of story. But then again, the story makes them not balanced. And the story is pretty followed through with the character types, advantages, and all that stuff. It also gives a huge breathing back into like the Budokai Tenkaichi game, where Krillin could come through and beat Gogeta 4, or you know what I'm trying to say, or Vegito. A Krillin user could come and beat Vegito, and my girl's calling me. I'll have to call her back. She's probably done with work. But that's true to the story, true to the anime. It's worth it, and it's a hot take. I get it. Some characters got omitted that could have been put in. I think they're just waiting to release them for later content. I'm not. I don't like it. I'd rather have them all there, but I get it. I get it. You got to save something. In conclusion, to be perfectly honest, in conclusion, this game was everything I expected it to be. I'm extremely happy with it. I give it a 9 out of 10. It is. If I wanted a Dragon Ball Z game to be released now, this is the game I would want to see. This is the game I wanted, and I have no complaints over it. So in conclusion, I'd get it solely based off of the fact that it's Dragon Ball Z and it is a fighting game, and it holds true to the manga, the show. If you don't like losing, though, this is not the game for you. You will lose a lot. If you're okay with losing, love DBZ, get it. You won't be disappointed. Other than that, this is the review for Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero, and hope it helps in your monetary decisions. Otherwise, have a good one. Bye.